Hi family, welcome back from the long break. In this session, we'll turn our attention to idioms and other expressions that are commonly misused. So kindly come along with me, let's see what we have. First on our plate is cup of tea. This expression can be used both literally and idiomatically. An example of its literal usage is, I serve my boss a cup of tea every morning. This means I serve my boss a cup of tea beverage every morning. However, when used idiomatically, cup of tea refers to something you like or enjoy doing. Example, when you say going to the movies is your cup of tea, then it means you enjoy going to the movies. You will normally find this idiom being used in the negative sense. An example is, thanks for your kindness, but soda isn't my cup of tea. That means I don't like soda. In non-standard English, cup of tea is used to mean a problem or something that one has to deal with. Example, if you dawdle over your breakfast and miss your school bus, it's your own cup of tea. This is supposed to mean that it's the person's own problem to deal with if they miss their school bus. But note that this definition of the idiom has no accommodation in standard English. Stand at or to attention. Stand at attention or stand to attention is a military command used to bring soldiers to the attention position. The opposite is stand at ease. The common mistake associated with the use of this expression is the omission of the preposition between stand and attention. Thus, it is very common to hear stand attention, and this is wrong. I know it sounds a bit weird to say stand at attention or stand to attention, but that is the language. So now let's look at some examples. Okay, just one example from the book. The incorrect one says, the general commanded his men to stand attention. The correct one is, the general commanded his men to stand at or to attention. Birds of a feather flock together. For a long time, this idiomatic expression has been corrupted as birds of the same feather flock together. This is not correct. Birds of a feather flock together is often said about people who have similar interests and spend time with one another. So let's note this. It is birds of a feather flock together, not birds of the same feather flock together. Last but not least, avoid placing the definite article before least. For example, it is incorrect to say, last but not the least, I would like to thank the security officers for demonstrating great professionalism. Instead, say, last but not least, I'd like to thank the security officers for demonstrating great professionalism. Across the board, Across the board simply means applying to all. Unlike the previous idiom, that is last but not least, where the definite article is not needed, here it is required. The following examples will demonstrate the correct and incorrect applications of the phrase. The incorrect one is, the proposed pay rise will be implemented across board. It is corrected to read, the proposed pay rise will be implemented across the board. Most of the time. Let's first deal with the phrase at times. It means sometimes, as in, my boss leaves the office very late at times. At times must never be preceded by most. Thus, it is gravely incorrect to say most at times. Instead, say most of the time, which means often or usually. Now take a look at the following examples. Since it is a very short distance, Papa rides his bicycle to work most at times. That is wrong. Instead say, since it is a very short distance, Papa rides his bicycle to work most of the time. Now, closely related to this expression is many a time. Please don't say many a times, as in, many a times accidents happen in our workplaces because people get distracted. Instead, say, many a time accidents happen in our workplaces because people get distracted. Many a is followed by a countable noun in the singular form and takes a singular verb. It means a lot of or a large number of. Hence, many a time means a lot of the time, often, or many times. Port of call. Figuratively, port of call means any of a number of places that a person visits in succession. We often hear people say point of call, and that is wrong. Please check this out. When Mary suddenly fell ill in the night, her first point of call was the community clinic. This must be corrected to read, when Mary suddenly fell ill in the night, her first port of call was the community clinic. Note that we can say point of contact. Rest assured. Rest assured or rest easy is used to tell someone not to worry and that things will be fine. For example, I can rest assured that the surgery will go well. Please do not say be rest assured, as you can find in this incorrect example. You can be rest assured that your son will be found by the police. The correct form is, you can rest assured that your son will be found by the police. For further learning, kindly get a copy of my book, which has been assessed and approved by NACA. And please do well to share the link. Thank you and goodbye.